seen the market lose significant value. Last week it lost 1.3%. Today, what it lost, it's pretty much what it lost last week. What exactly is going on?
Thank you, Wole. I think the reason is not far-fetched. We've actually have a couple of not too impressive news in the market generally. We are aware of inflation, which has become a major concern, and of course the CBN has actually started trying as much as possible to be ahead of the game, before probably see things actually happening. We've seen interest rates actually on the way up, and of course, obviously, I think if inflation is on the rise, cost of funding is on the rise, then I think the only other thing is that you probably see earnings of the banks actually decline, knowing fully well that most of them might not be able to actually pass across most of those costs to the end consumer at the end of the day. I think that's one leg. Then the other leg is the CBN's policy that most banks should actually bring down their cost of funding as much as possible. They have to bring down their cost. They should bring down their margin portfolio exposure to about 10% of their total loan books. And of course, we actually seen some down pressure because of that. A few banks actually selling down on their positions. Obviously, if you know very well that you have some major sellers in the market, I think the only obvious thing is for you to actually try as much as possible to reduce your pricing on a daily basis. The good thing is that we are actually still seeing the demand at the end of the day. Net, we always have to see a demand that is actually higher than supply, but you see the demand at the lower end of the market. For as long as that position remains, we'll probably continue to see the market slide. But I think all hope is not lost. The fact that the market is coming down continue to present some opportunities for the risk takers in the market.
Now, for this quarter, we are down, I think it's about 11%. It's amazing the losses we've seen. What is your outlook for the fourth quarter? I think you're one of those that thinks that the market is going to rebound in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I think after every major loss, I think it's only rational for you to think there'll probably be a bounce. How big the bounce would be is what we don't know. But I think we've actually concluded another quarter. The beautiful thing is the fact that we'll probably continue to see the earnings coming up very soon for the Q3 ended. Most companies will actually be turning in their results again, and then of course how they come in with...
But sorry to cut in, but we're looking at the second quarter. Rather in the third quarter, the second quarter earnings didn't seem to do much for the market. Why do you think that when we see Q3 numbers that the market will rebound?
Yeah, probably some people feel the market was trading around where it should be trading at. And if we've lost 11%, I'll probably still see earnings still looking fairly strong, like what we saw in the second quarter. I think it's only rational for the market to bounce. It depends on what you really are looking at. Everybody feels the banks are not really lending, that demand has actually been very weak. But by the time the result starts coming out, it should actually give more guidance, really. I think the banks are really oversold comparing to where they were as at the end of the year. We think at the beginning of this year, the banks are almost down about 5-6% to date, and we know the significant margins they were writing down was at the beginning of the year when their full year result came, which was not too impressive. But we know that they've actually bounced. They are wash with cash, but yet the prices are actually trading below what they were trading at the beginning of year at the beginning of the year. So I think it's only rational for the market to bounce at some point. It's not going to keep going down forever.